How's everybody doing today? So if you want to shift in between, in and out of different paradigms and parallel realities, like I said before, it's a choice, but there's an easy way to activate it. If you sit there in stillness and be very present and start to meditate, and I don't even think you really have to meditate as much as like envision where it is that you currently want to be, believing in it that it exists currently in your reality, because you remember using the law of assumption, right? Excuse me. You sit there in stillness and envision what it's like to be and live in that parallel reality that you're basically have desire to live with or be in. Using the law of assumption, you know, you can be staring at the wall, you can have your eyes closed, and you're just in calmness and stillness and picturing what that is to live in that reality of whatever it is that you're thinking of. And what I've noticed, the more and more I do it, the more miraculous and more instantaneous that it happens. So the speed of the universe actually increases when your belief system is stronger. The speed of of shifting paradigms is actually much quicker, because the universe doesn't have to take a lot of effort into changing the world around you, because you're all like vibrating kind of like closer to that frequency. It can make like snap changes real quickly, and stuff will become miraculous like a lot more faster. So that's why it's exciting when you're on your spiritual journey. It's exciting to go up in your vibration and climb that mountain, because the higher up you go, or even if you're going to start on the downhill where it becomes really easy, your experiences will be a lot more abundant and in a higher frequency, and more in your centered in your feelings, and your emotions will be better, and your experiences will be more phenomenal. You may see this in some actors experience this, not all, just because they're living a lime life of flying from here to there in the private jets, making all this money. That doesn't mean they're happy. A lot of times there's a lot of things that they're doing that makes them actually very unhappy, and like the skeleton in the closet is just like growing massively. But there is examples of certain actors, and I'm not naming any names. You can see when you use your heart chakra to think about like life and stuff like that, you'll know who I'm talking about. They just like, their experiences are just like one phenomenal experience after another, and they're usually the actors and celebrities that are, every time I do a video, my throat, it's like something is trying to not let me talk. I'm getting esoteric here. Of course we do talk about esoteric, but they're usually the celebrities that may not be in the limelight, or they have a really, really good, genuine disposition, like 90% of the time, and they're the ones that don't like necessarily live in Beverly Hills and always in the tabloids and all that stuff. So I'm just saying that to give you a visual example of maybe some people out there that you can be like, oh, I think he's doing it, just to bring into your awareness, so you can, maybe it helps you envision what that life would be like for yourself, if that's some stuff that you wanted to desire or acquire, like traveling around the world, or meeting certain people, or having going to dinner with certain friends or certain people that you've always wanted to meet, or ask questions to, or gain knowledge from. There's a lot of things can happen. Let's say you wanted to like go on a, I'll just use this as an example. Let's say you wanted to go on a little bit of a wilderness adventure, and you want Bear Grylls to walk you through it. Like he's the one that's actually giving you, like, guiding you through it. That would be pretty cool, right? Like that. I'm just using that as an example. That could be something that could happen in your existence if you so chose to have that in your reality. But shifting your paradigm you do it, the more you do it, the faster it works. It can be almost like an on and off switch. I've noticed that when I choose to live in a certain paradigm, and it with me it's been day to day, because I haven't fully like dove in the deep end, and the vibrations, like my vibrations not like at its complete peak, because I'm still working on stuff myself. Even though I have a lot of knowledge, you still have to apply it, right? But it's like an on and off switch. So if I woke up one morning and chose not to do it, I see the effects of it. And if the morning I do choose to do it all day, I see the effects of it. And it's grand when it happens. I'm sure there's a point to where it's like it won't even be an on and off switch. It'll just be like on constantly, where I don't even have to think about it, because I'm using effort right now, that where there's a point when my higher vibration where I won't have to use as much effort. It'll just it'll be like a light switch that's on all the time and you can't really turn it off, because it'll be like your base natural state. Your base natural state is how you operate within that vibration. Your power in that vibration at base natural state, if it's higher, you can go up really. You can start going up easy, and you don't really go back down. But if your base vibration is low, it takes tremendous effort to get up higher in the elevation, right? Like a plane flying up, it takes a lot more effort to get up there. But if you're like already flying at altitude, you can climb up to the next altitude a little bit easier than if you just took off from the ground, right? So your base mode is important to have, like a solid foundation of a higher vibration, because then you can operate in the higher vibe and miracles a lot quicker, where it's just like now, you know what I mean? If that makes any sense. That's all I wanted to talk about. As always, I greatly appreciate you guys watching my videos. Stay tuned for more to come, and see you again.